Excuse me, do you have a hall pass?
Yeah, I'm props department for the drill.
Wow, okay. Guess they're taking it pretty seriously this time.
Hey, Mrs. Walker. How's it going?
It is going. Jay, you know you can call me Eva, right?
Right, right. Sorry,
okay.
Eva. Guess I'm still getting used to feeling like a grown-up around here.
Well, you can start by making a new pot.
Right. Let's see.
Here,
Yes, thank you.
you're welcome.
So, the lockdown drill today, there's actors in it?
Actors. Oh, you mean the drama students. Yeah, that is actually new to me too. But I'm guessing that they are not exactly prepared to be very convincing, so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
True.
Water. Add water.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah.
Papers on my desk by Friday.
Attention, please. Students who are not designated volunteers must leave campus as quickly as possible. The active shooter drill will be starting precisely at 3 p.m.
Miss Walker,
Oh, hi, Simon. What do you need?
I wanted to ask about making up last week's quiz.
Okay, can we talk about it tomorrow because the drill's gonna start soon?
Well, I'm volunteering for the drill. I just run the drama club.
Okay. So unfortunately, because you missed the quiz, that brought your whole grade down.
Well, my dad made me go on this fishing trip with him.
Yeah, Simon, you know the rules for makeups. You need a note from your doctor or a parent has to call for permission ahead of time.
Okay, well, I can prove that I was there.
Simon, look, hey, I'm trying to be a fair teacher, okay? If I let you retake the quiz, I have to break the rules for everyone.
Look, see, you can see the date and everything.
Okay. Why didn't a parent get permission beforehand?
My dad gets in these moods, and you just kind of have to go with it.
Okay, look, I'm really sorry. I cannot bend the rules, but if you want me to talk to your dad...
Fine, just don't worry about it.
Well, I can maybe come up with some bonus reading. Oh,
No worries. Hey, Miss Walker, we're assigned to your room. For the drill? We're representing kids in your class.
right, yes, sorry. I think I have guidebooks for you.
Attention, please. All students and teachers, please take your places for the top of the drill. Today's drill will attempt to be realistic by going through all steps of communication as if there were an active shooter.
It's not realistic if you announce it over the loudspeaker.
Hello, a shooter is on campus. I think he might be heading into the main building.
Way to commit, everyone.
Walker's in the hall.
This is Frankie Mason. A shooter has been spotted outside the nurse's office, and there are 3 students in here, and we barricaded the door shut. Over.
Apparently I need to collect your phones now.
Seriously?
Yes. Thank you. Shooter is in the hallway in the main building. Do the authorities know we're running this drill?
Shooter's now in the cafeteria.
Cafeteria.
We need to cover the windows.
How many student volunteers are there?
15 to 20. What's it say?
Nothing, just teacher directions.
Shooter is in room 223.
Teachers, please, don't overlap your voices on the walkies. Only use them for pertinent information on the shooter's
During the
location.
start of it. Was that a part? No.
That sounded real.
No, it's just a drill, okay? Don't worry, I'm sure it was like a planned sound effect. Get down, under your desk.
This doesn't feel right.
Just get under your desk. Hello?
Holy shit, this is intense. I heard gunshots.
I know, I don't like it at all.
Miss Walker.
I have to go. There are kids in my room. Just stay here.
Miss Walker, let me in.
Simon.
It's coming for me. Miss Walker, please just open the door.
No, you have to go find a safe place. I have to keep the door locked.
Miss Walker, this isn't part of the drill, okay? Please just open the door. Miss Walker, open the door. Miss Walker, open the door, please, just let me in. Miss Walker, Miss Walker, open the door.
Stop!
Miss Walker, open the door, please, just open it. Miss Walker, open the door. Open the door.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to a very special edition of Damian Talks Education, School Shootings in America. We want change. Now, over the past week, I know you guys have seen what has been happening in Georgia. And yet again, another tragedy, right? Another tragedy. Enough is enough. And I want something to be done about it. I know all of you guys want something to be done about it. So I'm here to talk the real issues with you guys. And I am joined by two of my best friends here, Bryner Seymour and Prince TJ. So thank you fellas so much for joining this important conversation that we're going to have. And hopefully this can open up many eyes out there and many conversations to be had. Because like I said, enough is enough. Like when and, in my lifetime or in our, children lifetime, generations from now, when is this going to end? When is all of this going to stop? Like, what was your guys' let me just dive into this right here. What was your guys' first reaction when you heard this news right here? Because when I heard it, I was like, I was not even shocked by it. I was like, oh, well, just why? Just why? So let me hear, Brinier, what did you think of this right here? Like, what was going through your mind?
Well, just we're not spoiler alert. I was on campus, right? Because I'm a college student and I'm always in and out of class on campus. I happened to check my phone that day, one of the busiest days of the week for me. So I'm not really into the news. I look on, I find my iHeartRadio notification, suspected person of interest in a Georgia school. I'm like, bruh. And then later on in the afternoon, I would look at, the headlines of 4 murdered and 9 injured in this school in Georgia. And I'm just sitting here looking like, wow, I'm going with Damian said, it, it's not surprising. And it's sad that it's not surprising because this has become a reality for us. We see this happen many times. And my heart goes out to the families. And I'm learning that one of the students was a special ed student, didn't know where to go, how to react or anything. And to see, the family's responses, and it's just a sad, time in that area. I'm just so shocked at everything. I'm not surprised, but I'm shocked. It's just too much going on.
It
I'm
is.
giving the floor.
It really is too much. Prince TJ, how, when, what was everything that you was feeling?
Well, for me, I was I'm not sure where I was at. I think no, I found out at school. I'm pretty sure I found it at school. It was my math class. And my friend sitting next to me, he was like, "Y'all heard what's going on in Georgia?" I was say, "What's going on in Georgia? What's going on in Georgia?" And he said there was a school shooting. I say, and just like these gentlemen said, I was like, because unfortunately, that's how people in the U.S. react now. It's kind of like we kind of, I don't want to say it because it's sad, but we kind of normalize hearing about a school shooting. We don't need to normalize it, but it in the case of where our leaders are, if we take a stance at our political leaders and we see what are they doing about these school shootings, not just saying anything, not just going around here talking to people, but what can your actions do to prevent these school shootings? Some conservatives want to allow guns in hands without background checks, unfortunately. And, liberals want to have background checks and take away those weapons from people who don't need it, who don't bury it. You know what I'm saying? And so people also, like where I said, it was 4 dead, 9 injured. And I seen a video on TikTok scrolling around because this really, caught my attention when I seen a video on TikTok, and a teacher, he was scrolling back and forth in his classroom. They were banging at his door. And it was the police department, but he couldn't open the door because it's protocol that you can't open the door during the lockdown. Mm-hmm. And so, banging, police department, open up. Police department, open up. He was like, oh my gosh, they know I can't open the door. What I'm going to do? How am I going to protect these kids? Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. I'm like, we put so much responsibility on our teachers to protect the students. And we put so much responsibility on the administration to protect our students. But we really need to really put this responsibilities on the people in power, our government, our Senate, mayor, governor, president, vice president. We need to put these responsibilities on them as well. Not just our teachers. The teachers are overpacked with a lot of responsibilities already. And yes, I get it. That's their job to protect the students. But also, what can we do to prevent this from happening? It was very sad. Very, very sad.
I agree with you, gentlemen, because like with me, everybody knows that I'm a daycare teacher. And like for me, I feel that I should not lose my life in the process of what I want to do, which is to be my kids and teach them. Like I should not have a fear of going to work every day thinking that, oh my gosh, this may be it for me. This may be it for me and then my students. And there was lots and lots of kids who did not go to school the next day because of this right here. They fear that school is not a safe place anymore. It hasn't been. It really hasn't been. If we're being honest, it has not been. And I am so really worried about our students today. I really am. Like, what is it going to take for us to like, y'all, you guys are safe, but they feel, oh no, we're not, because these things happen, this and that. Like, what can be done about this? Like, seriously. And I feel, in this incident right here, if I'm correct, the parent of that 14-year-old child was responsible for it. Am I right? That parent was responsible for it, and he could be facing some prison time for it. Like, I don't understand that. Like, why enforce that on your child? And it says a lot. I'm sorry, it really says a lot. And I feel that some parents out there should not even be parents to begin with. But I mean, that's a different discussion for a different day. But I mean, a 14-year-old, you guys.
To piggyback on that, Damian, not to cut you off, I was really looking at how the state not only arrested the father, but the mother. And hearing the testimony in court, I hear that the father and this child were randomly shooting guns day and daylight. They were hunting deer. They had guns in his home. The judge has to ask the father, do you randomly keep guns in access of the child? The father said, yes, I do. Because we shoot deer and do all that. And what I'm saying is, no 14-year-old should have a weapon in their hand. Regardless of you hunting or even a BB gun. Like, no. Like, you're normalizing this for him to do that. There's literally a picture of this person with a rifle in their hand, a picture that people are like using. It's really, you can't blame mental health for this.
No.
I'm not the advocate of saying which one was which or which is like, I'm not a person to say that, but I'm saying this is not something you can blame on mental health, because this person is around guns consciously. Like, this is around them. You know what I'm saying? That already can be a pick in the story. Around guns, around weapons. I'm like, wow. And the state really did get both the parents. So just to add on to what Damian was saying, both parents in jail.
As it should be, because I feel like it always starts at home, number one.
Yes,
it always starts at home first.
Right.
So, but like bro was saying, he was around guns. And that's a fun fact for me, because I didn't even know that. And I don't feel like anybody that age should be around any sorts of weapon, any sorts of, have access like that. Because
Yeah.
I really never, as a child, even really played with toy guns. I wasn't really allowed to play with toy guns, because that.
Same in our house.
Yeah. And it was the Southern black household thing. I don't mean to stereotype, but that was, a big thing. You don't play with no gun. And I'm just saying that you don't, and it's a reason. And I thank them for that. At the time, I'm like, I want to play with all the people, all the other kids are playing with. I want to do this. I want to do. But growing up, I'm like, thank you, mother. Thank you, grandmother. Thank you guys for protecting my future, as a freaking black male, first of all. And I see, on Twitter that they tried to appoint a 14-year-old black teenager as the shooter. And it turns out to be the 14-year-old white male as the shooter. So we have to be careful. And we have to be careful. Parents, stop allowing your child to do everything but learn. Because that's what the parents are doing nowadays. You can do everything. You can go to the friends. You can do all this. You can do all that. But they don't even really care for the learning part. They don't care for that part. You know what I'm saying? So stop researching in the guns and start researching in the books. Because they need it. And stop acting like you don't care for your child's future. It definitely matters.
Amen.
I can say that. It definitely matters. Because 3 black males that you see sitting on the screen right now, I can guarantee none of us really played with any toy guns growing up. Have we, gentlemen?
No, it wasn't a water gun. It was a water balloon. Water balloon.
That's right.
It was the water balloons.
Exactly. Water balloons.
And look at us. Look at us. So we can say thank you to our parents, our grandparents, or our guardians for really seeking out for our futures. Being black males already, we are already the underdogs.
Not even the underdog. We're the target.
We're the target.
We are the targets.
We are already being black males. We're already the targets.
Yeah.
Let's not,
Yeah.
Let's not add on to that.
That exactly right. Let's not add on to that, because that narrative right there, I just wish like seriously, like when is that? Like I don't want to feel like a target. Like I really don't. I want to be able to do the exact same things as everyone is allowed to in this country. But no, they see us, as a threat, because let me tell y'all this right here, and I think I explained this before. Not all black people are the same, okay? We're not. We don't think the same. We don't do the exact same things. We are all ourselves, okay? So I need for everybody to stop that, like, oh, we need to be careful because you don't know us. You don't know us. You don't know our story. Try to get to know us first before you blame us. Like, what? For what? I hate that. I really do, and that needs to be fixed. That's a problem.
I really hate that too. I hate that too because they're making it seem like we're the people causing this. So when you go into a school today, you see metal detectors like, oh, we know what's up. You black kids, better be careful. I'm telling you, they come in with these knives and guns. Like, why would you immediately think it's us? Sometimes it's everybody that brings something in. You might just not see just a black kid because the media stereotype is a black dude with dreads that wear teenage clothes like jeans and a hoodie. Black dude with dreads. Hello, dreads. That's like me. I'm the same image, Emma. When I wear my hoodies and my sweats, and sometimes my skinny jeans and my Jordans. I'm going to school, going through a metal detector. Ain't that me? Exactly. Don't they take extra precaution when they see those type of people these days, y'all?
They do.
They do.
Yeah,
It's
I do.
sad. It's sad.
it is.
And also, um, when we are already the target, when we are already seen as black male stereotypical topics of drugs,
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
prison, jail,
Yeah.
you know, not being there for, you know, our children's, our kids. It definitely saddens me that we're already
Yeah.
being stereotyped. Um, and like Damian said, you don't get to know who we are because not everybody is the same. And if you look at it, like what Bryce said, it's not all black people. Recently, if we look in the news, if we go back into our little research, it wasn't a black male who tried to shoot the former president. It wasn't a black male who did a school shooting in Georgia. It wasn't a black male, the last school shooting. And the past school shootings hasn't been black males. They have been white males. So I don't know personally where this is coming from. Well,
You know what we need, y'all?
what?
We need some reform. We need some strict legislation because taking cell phones out of schools isn't answering taking guns out of schools. Why you focus on how we learn? Why don't you focus on the condition, the environment of the learning space?
It's true.
Evidently, all the metal detectors are not solving the job. You need to start these foundations, parents, at a young age. Say that we are not to be holding on to rifles as we lead into our educational flow. Some kids today are not even here to see their graduation at age 18. Some kids today drop out of high school. Some kids today don't even make it to college nor graduate. It's just so many things that you worry about. Not oof. I was about to say something that I should say. Y'all know what I was about to say, right? Y'all exactly knew what I was about to say, but politicians, if you will,
Yes.
worry about the wrong things. They need to worry about what is affecting us. Because it's not only affecting our children, but it's affecting every single person.
Oh yeah. And let me, because I really don't want to get political here right now, but I just have to address this right here. Because who does JD Vance think that he is? Because he said, I'm gonna get this right. Because he responded to the deadly shooting in Georgia by saying school shootings are just, I'm quoting you guys, a fact of life and attacking common sense gun safety reform. A fact of life. Y'all, is that who y'all want to be our vice president? Let's wake up now.
I'm taking a drink of that.
Let's wake up now, because he thinks he's a bonehead to begin with. I just have to say that he's a bonehead, and then also yeah, then him and then you know who, they're both boneheads because they don't care. They literally don't care. And
I cannot wait for that battle. I cannot wait for that battle on September the 10th. Aren't you, TJ? Aren't you ready for that battle? I can't wait.
Trump to get his bond beat on the 10th and for JD to get his bond beat on the 1st of October.
I'm ready. When you mentioned that the Republican Party That was the word I was trying to say, by the way, if you are confused. I didn't want to start being political here. But the Republican Party usually are the ones that are passing gun legislation, decreasing the age to even buy a gun to age 18 to begin with. Because the gun age was what, 21, 22? If I'm
Yeah,
correct, that was the
I believe
age,
so
and they
too.
decreased it to age 18 for people to get guns at age 18. The Republican Party is answering to the stereotypes. 18-year-old males, particularly black males, can get a gun and shoot their brother on the street. That's what the Republican Party is saying when decreasing this age as well. When you hear J.D. Vance say it's a fact of life, that's him immediately saying that, hey, look at this. Look at this. It's normal. Move on. And that's the sad part, right? To
Yeah.
normalize this. What
Because
can we do as a union? That's what America's usually are. That's what America is supposed to be, a union. What can we do as a union to even begin the conversation to bring in legislation instead on phones, more so on guns? Am I making some type of point here?
Yes, absolutely. 100.
I know what we can do as a union.
Sure.
We can get rid of some Republicans. We want to do it. We want to do it because I gotta say, J.D. Vance won't be saying this in Canada because this isn't a fact of life in Canada.
Right.
This isn't a fact. This isn't a fact of life in the United Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't a fact of life in other countries.
Right.
But
Yeah.
it's all of a sudden a fact of life in the United States. Isn't there something that we need to? There's something that we need to get rid of. And I think it has something to do with the conservatives. I think it has something to do with those Republicans who fight so hard to say that it's a fact of life. I'm just flat out on say it, you could agree or not. We have a chance to come together as a people to make history, to elect the first female president of the United States. Not only the first female president of the United States, but the first Black woman from an Asian descent as president of the United States.
Exactly.
And I just got to say this. This is Damian Talks Education.
Go ahead.
Education here and there. I just got to educate the people. All right?
Uh-huh.
Joe Biden, yes, sadly, President Biden did drop out. We all know about that. Yes, sad.
Yeah.
And our party liberals have no spine. I'm just saying, liberal has no spine. Liberals don't know how to unite behind one candidate. They don't. And I'm just flat out to say, they don't. It happened in 2016. That's why I think partially Hillary Clinton lost the election, because Bernie Sanders didn't unite behind Hillary Clinton until the last moment. But we united as a party. We united as a people. The American people are realizing Donald Trump and J.D. Vance, they're not fighting for the people. They're fighting for themselves. And that J.D. Vance is just an ass kiss up. He's just a kiss up to Donald Trump.
He really is.
He really is.
He is.
Donald Trump put him there so he can do something that Mike Pence didn't, which was overturn the election, which was go against his oath of office, which was go against the U.S. Constitution. Okay, so that's why J.D. Vance was put there. J.D. Vance is not a good candidate. Everybody is saying that his favorability is less than his unfavorability.
Exactly.
His favorability is in the negatives. So let's just leave it there. Some people are also, I just gotta address. I just feel like I gotta address everything. People are saying, "Oh gosh, Tim Walz's family, they're voting for Trump." First of all, that's his cousins. They haven't spoken in about 8 years. His brother is voting for Trump. They haven't spoken in about 8 years. But look, doesn't that seem quite familiar? Remember when Obama remember Obama's brother that nobody knew about, Malik Obama, who's voting for Trump this year? Oh my gosh. So conservatives, my question is
I
to
didn't know about that.
maggots.
I learn from every day. Learn from every day.
Maggots, my question to you today is when you ask us Kamala Harris supporters, how do we feel about Tim Walz' family and Obama's brother voting for Trump? Got a follow-up question for you. How do you feel about Mary and Fred Trump voting for Kamala Harris? How do you feel about that? I just gotta ask. I'm just saying. Oh, and come back to this episode on November 5th or whenever the election is called so you can say, hello, Madam President. Just saying. All right, continue.
Did you just call them maggots?
No. Yeah, they are. Oh, guess who I got that from?
I thought you called them MAGAs. You said maggots.
Maggots. Guess who I got that from? I got that from my good friend, Brian Seymour. Yes, I did.
What?
Oh, that wasn't supposed to. I just remember a call that me and Brian was on, and he was the maggots. I say, ooh, I'm gonna steal that. So, maggots.
Funny thing. I don't remember none of that.
Oh my gosh.
Maggots. That's what we're gonna call
them. Right, maggots, and them dang old maggots can go somewhere on. They can get on somewhere. They get on somewhere. I don't care how many emails Kamala sent. She can send them all because we gonna donate to her. We gonna be part of that 8 million. We're gonna be part of that 8 million.
Absolutely.
Let me tell you another thing. To be honest with y'all, this really is very saddening. Like this to have a conversation about gun violence in schools. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's too sad. And then to tell you the truth, these gentlemen didn't know about it till yesterday. Same time I knew about it. Excuse me. At the time of this taping yesterday, I want to say not even 2 days later, a 16-year-old killed a 14-year-old in a Maryland high school through a fight. No, it wasn't gun violence, but it's violence in the schoolhouse. Violence in the school probably was some type of weapon he used to kill him, because ain't no way you get punched to death. But what can we do, man? It's like the 3rd, 4th week of school. We didn't even make it to the middle of the year. We didn't even make it to the midterm. And we still having all this violence in the schoolhouse. Like, what?
That is just true. Our kids are killing each other. Like, literally. And that breaks my heart right there as well. Like, y'all, when is this going to stop? Like, seriously. Like, because I'm sick and tired, and I have been seeing it, this past week of, we need more than thoughts and prayers. We need more than that. Like, we need action, like, because this happens every time, y'all. Like, when stuff like this happens, we give our thoughts, we give our prayers, this and that, and then, we go, back to our everyday lives. Like, something needs to be done. Like, seriously, because that is not enough. I mean, yes, that is totally fine to do, but do something about it. Get up and let's do something about it together as a union, as a whole, as Americans. Right. Because this is on our hands. It really is.
And the reason that it's on our hands is because we start this to our children. We make this normal at home. It always starts at home. Behavior starts at home. Everything starts at home. I was in a psychology class, not to mention my major and all, not to mention my coursework. And I learned that people get anger issues from their parents, from the home. From the home. Yes. Like, it is from the house that people are getting this stuff. Like, you don't get no gun from no friend. You get it from your family. Like, it's home. You need to start making the foundations at home. Children are not learning in school. I'm being honest with y'all. Like, you're in school to learn. You're not into school for like for fun, for giggling. You're in there to get your education. That's all. That's really it. Just need to learn, do your homework, yes, socialize here and there. Other than that, that's what you need to do. You need to get up and graduate and get your diploma. And sometimes your degree from school. Not no death certificate. Not no funeral program. You get that?
Yeah.
Not no crying from your parents. Saying, oh, he was a good child. Oh, he was a great child. Yeah. Then why was this great child in this situation? Not to burn light on the innocent children, but the children that are starting this while they're in this situation.
All right, y'all, welcome back to a very special edition of Damian Talks Education. School shootings in America, we want change, and I am still here with my two friends, Brian Seymour and Prince TJ. So we was last talk about, Bri, you was talking about of how we go to school to get our diploma, not, a death certificate. So would you like to finish, elaborate onto that right there?
Absolutely. What I'm saying is schools need to be safe. Schools need to be a haven of learning. It shouldn't be a haven of, okay, it's just today we had it. Okay, it's just today we're gonna have a death threat, or oh wait, today's the day we have a lockdown. You know what I'm saying? And being a member of those lockdowns at school really was really scary. I'm not gonna lie to you. Texting saying, hey, we're on lockdown or we're on special watch and stuff. And literally me and my cousins, we said it jokingly, but we really mean it. We actually had to have a safe place to go to when stuff like this happened. So if something bad was going on in the neighborhood, we will go to, the place up the street if we needed to, just in case. So our parents would know where we at. And it was very, hard to make that notion. So school should not be a place for you to get your death certificate. It should be a place for you to get just your diploma and your degree. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not happening in the high schools and in the not only high schools and middle schools, but it's happening in the colleges as well. So we need to, just take caution and really know where we need to stand as far as protecting each other, mainly protecting our children.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. And I gotta say, if we are being real right, if we are facing reality, we know that we are confronted with this traumatic, deep, and painful reality, right? The loss of innocent children's in our schools, the lives lost of innocent children. These are supposed to be, like Bryce said, these environments, these schools are supposed to be safe spaces for learning, for growth, for opportunity. And yet we aren't facing that. This has become, the schools, our environments have become a setting for unspeakable children. Or, well, we're not even, well, I don't want to say unspeakable, but the schools, what I'm trying to say is, the schools have become an impeccable strategy for students to learn in, including myself. I live in a state where school shootings were high. They were high before the current administration took office. A couple years after, it calmed down a little bit. But now it's going back up. Because I believe, in my personal opinion, is because of the upcoming election. They're going back up because they're seeing that there's so much hate. There's so much division in our nation that some of us don't deserve, especially the innocent children that lost their lives last week.
Yeah.
It's just, they don't deserve it.
Yeah. I want to bring up another, not to cut you off, teacher. I want to bring out something that, is happened. It happened in your state, Uvalde, an elementary school shooting, approximately 2 years ago. Where's the justice on that shooting? If I can ask that question.
Oh, me, I
Where's the
don't
justice?
have too much information on that.
Yeah.
What area? What
Uvalde, Texas. I want to say it was near San Antonio, if I can recall.
Oh, okay.
Like it's where's we learned that somebody walked in the back door and killed, was literally a gun site in elementary school, children, kindergartners, if you will. What have we learned from that? And now it's
My God, I didn't know that.
like my mind's racing right now because there's so many to come from. There was one school shooting in Florida. I want to say, I remember it was Valentine's Day. That happened. It was a big school, and then if we really gonna bring it back, Sandy Hooks. If y'all remember that school, that school shooting, Sandy Hook. I remember that. It's too many instances where guns aren't just for protection anymore. You have to, protect yourself. It's too much. It really is. It's mind juggling right now because it's too much. You know what I'm saying?
Our students, our teachers, our admin don't deserve any of this. Number one,
They deserve
Right.
better.
Every name. First of all, our teachers work very hard and tirelessly.
Yeah.
7 days a
Exactly.
week to keep our
7.
children, to keep to keep kids learning, to help our students grow in the classrooms. So
Right.
they're already being underpaid, number one, which is definitely something disturbing. They're already being underpaid.
Mhm.
And then they have to deal with protection issues. It's just every name, every face is more than just a freaking headline. Every
And me-
name, every face, every whatever is more than just a headline. They are students, they are children, they are teachers, they are communities
Yes.
shattered by violence that has no room, no place, or no time in our world. We have to wake up. We have to realize and see reality. We can't keep thinking that this is Barbie Dream House and that things are going to get fixed in the snap of a hand or in the snap of a second. No, we have to wake up. Number one step is to research, not just the. Sorry, I'm getting this. Don't just research on the president. Don't research just the general election. Research on your elections in the Senate, on your mayor, on your governor. Okay? People
Yes,
love to vote for the president. Yes, we can have a Democrat or Republican as the president, but do they have people to work with that will actually get these laws passed?
Right.
You have to think about that as well. We just must continue to keep this we must keep this in reminder that behind every number is a family whose lives will never be the same. Behind every statistic is a promise that will never be fulfilled. And in every silence that follows through these traumatic shootings, we must be reminded that the voices of voices should be heard. The dreams of our students, teachers, no matter who you are, could still be pursued.
Absolutely. Here's another thing. Teachers don't go to college to learn gun safety. Don't
Oh
force them
no.
to gun safety. That's not a class in college. That's not in your master's program, your bachelor's program. You aren't taught to know how to cover a door when something horrific is going on. Let's not force that in our coursework for upcoming teachers. Let's not put that in play. Like, we should have to teach teachers if they need a gun or not. That's something that you don't have a conversation with. Now, bring it on the floor. I heard a media personality say, who asked a question if teachers need to have some sort of weapon registered. And one person said, you need to protect yourself in these situations. I want to pass it on to the forum. Do you think some teachers need to have guns registered to them to get through the school day? That's a whole nother episode of Damian Talks Education right there.
David, I want to hear from you because you the teacher here.
I mean, at this point, if that what it takes, for our teachers, because I heard everything that you guys were saying, like, this is not what we sign up for when we go to school for this. This is absolutely this is not what I am signed up for, you guys. But apparently, if nothing is changed, which I know, God willing, nothing is going to change, then maybe I myself, in order to protect myself and my students, I'm going to have a gun to protect me and my students that's in my classroom, if that's what it has to take. And to me, that is unimaginable, because I don't want that. I don't want to live into a world of fear, and our students to live in a world of fear inside of our classroom. Like, oh my gosh, are we going to be safe today? Is something bad's going to happen? I don't want our. They are thinking this, you guys. Whether we know it or not, our students are so very smart. They are seeing everything that is happening around the world. And that's why we got to be careful. That's why we need to teach them at the young age, instead of, because, this 14-year-old boy right here, his future could have been something else if it started at home. It could have been, but unfortunately, that was not the case. And I don't know. This is not what I signed up for, and lots of us, we did not sign up for this. But I mean, this the world that we're living in right now, and until something is done, go ahead, Prince Teacher.
Like I said, teachers are already underpaid as it is.
Yes, we are.
They shouldn't have to go in a classroom, like David just said, thinking the teachers nor the students have to go in the classroom and think, am I going to be able to get to teach today? Or am I going to be able to learn today without any interruptions from any intruders trying to come get me or trying to come get my teacher? Parents shouldn't have to send their children off to school wondering, are they going to come back this afternoon? That's why I say, and to answer your question, Brian, should teachers have, protection? I don't feel it's needed. I don't feel it's necessary, because Ooh. Okay, well, hold on.
Go
Hold
ahead.
on. Let's
Go
look up on
ahead.
me, right? Look up on me. That question is well, it's considerable. Could say it's considerable. Agree with Damian halfway. You know what I mean? If that's what it takes, then sure. But sometimes I don't be trusting these teachers like that either. You know what I'm saying? They're already on a teacher shortage, and they just be putting any kind of teacher in that classroom. Putting any kind of teacher in that classroom. And that teacher, first, my personal opinion, needs to have a background check first before.
All teachers have background checks before they even get considered in the hiring process. They do that
Yeah.
here.
Not now.
They do that here.
Not now.
They
We
do that
have
here.
here in Texas, boy, let me tell you, you'd be surprised. We have teachers that just, you ask them, did you even go to college? Some of them say no.
What?
Some of them say
Oh,
no.
that's
And we say,
Baloney.
and I say this because Texas is a big state, and there's already a teacher shortage. So we don't have that much teachers as it is that actually went to college, that actually has their degree. There's not many of them as it is. So I feel like what they did was just put anybody in there just because. Let it ride. No. No. All right. I still, to this day, right now, I'm in the 10th grade, have two teachers who I can't even understand what they're saying. I can't even understand what they're teaching me because people who's hiring the school board has their heads in their butts and saying, oh, let's just hire them. Wow. No.
Yay.
No. But what I'm saying is, the students in Georgia feel like right now what's best is to send those kids home with the correct essentials that they need. Do as if what you did for Corona. Send those kids home with a computer, with with a charger. That's really it. With a school book, with some the school books, the reading books, the math books. Send those kids home. Send those kids home. Because parents are already, I can tell you from what I'm seeing on social media, parents are already reconsidering. There's first-time parents who are sending their kids off for the first time, their first kindergarten maybe. And this is their first child, send them off to kindergarten this year. And they're probably reconsidering, do I want to send my child in person? Do I want to really do that? Can I send my child to school without having to constantly have that thought pondering in my mind saying, will they come back this afternoon? Will they make it back in one piece this afternoon? And sometimes the bus drivers aren't innocent either. If I let my child ride this bus, can I trust that bus driver to bring my child back in one piece? Can I trust that bus driver to bring my child back without screaming out, without yelling at him, without doing all this crazy nonsense to him? Can we really trust society? Can we really trust each other? I feel like that's the question now because of our past presidents. I'm sorry to say it, but hey, it is what it is. Ever since we got that man in office in 2017, the world has been divided like never before, at least in my lifetime. Never before.
Let me add on to that right here. I just want to go on and say that I saw on social media parents have a prayer. Everybody had a first day of school prayer post on their stories when the first day of school saying, please pray for my children to make sure they make it home in one piece. You should have to pray that I mean prayer. We're not dismissing prayer. Y'all use some type of prayer.
Pray. I pray too.
Yeah. But praying that message of sending my child to school, have my child come back in one piece.
Praying of fear.
It was like, wow. We already know the circumstances. You know what I'm saying? Like the normality is wild.
Yeah. It is.
The
Sadly.
normality. Yeah.
And I hate that our potential leaders are saying that this is a fact of life. So that still gets me. You are running for the second highest office in the country, and you're saying that this is a fact of life? You serious? You serious? And the person running for the highest office in the country, Donald Trump, he got asked the question and he's saying, well, I only seen this, I don't know what the full video was, but I seen the clip of saying, this is Jordan Schultz, and he said, right. I said, wait a minute. What do you mean right? Wait, hold back for what do you mean right? So look, this is a world cruel world attention now. People younger than me. I seen a little guy. He goes by the name of Noah. I don't know if y'all seen him before, but he goes by the name of Noah. And he's like, well, I don't know his age, but he's younger than me. He's like really young. I think he's about like 10, 11, 12, something like that. And I seen him on social media. I first seen him on Twitter, and he was like, look, we need to vote for Kamala Harris. Have y'all seen him before, by the way? I don't know if y'all seen him. Noah. He was at the
I
DNC.
seen some child going hard for the Joe Biden campaign. A child that went to a rally. I seen that. I didn't see this Noah kid
at the DNC. He was with, I don't know if y'all seen Roland Martin.
I'm not Roland.
Yeah. Roland interviewed Noah, the little kid. And I was like, there's his age of him that's knowing what's going on in the country. What's at stake? Mm-hmm. What's at stake? People are losing lives. People are losing rights. It's hard out here for them. They're gonna make it
hard out here in these streets.
Hard out here in these streets. And they're gonna make it harder. No, we don't need that.
Nah. Let me tell you another thing. You know what I mean? It's like every week, something that come out, always a joke. This is what he said last week. She wasn't the chosen one. That
he's running for ICE office.
If this person is bluntly saying that, do you want this person to be the protector of your union? Do you want this person to be the protector of your union?
Not mine.
He wasn't the chosen one.
Like literally. And that's the person who's running to be, and our forever first lady said it best. The job that he's currently seeking might just be one of those black jobs.
Yes.
That he said back in June, which is I don't know why he said black jobs. But look, here's the harsh truth.
I wonder what he's gonna say on Tuesday.
Which is tomorrow. I wonder what he's gonna say too.
I wonder what he's gonna say.
Oh, it was tomorrow. But here's the harsh truth about the whole situation. While people like Trump and Vance want us to accept this violence like it is a fact of life, I refuse, we refuse to let that happen. There's nothing good about children being shot in their learning rooms, classrooms. Calling it a fact of life, really? Really? Calling it a fact of life is nothing more than an excuse on my end. I feel like that is an excuse to avoid accountability and charge. And sorry, change. To avoid accountability and change is cowardly to me. Very cowardly to me. That's the way to say it. The way it is that we're not going back.
We ain't going back.
We ain't going back.
We ain't going back.
That's right.
And that's the quote we like, right? We ain't going back to that hard.
That's right.
Yes.
But
they're saying we're not going back. We're not going to do anything about it. That's what they're saying. We're not going to do anything about it. So y'all can choose. I already know who Damian and Brian, because they're only eligible ones on the screen to vote. I'd be able to put next year. So crossing my fingers that Kamala Harris wins. So my first vote could be cast for a Black woman. But also leaders like Vice President Harris, Tim Walz, understand that we are not powerless in the face of these tragedies. We're not powerless in the face of these hardships, right? She will fight. I believe what I believe is, and I'm speaking for myself, I believe that she will fight for common sense, because common sense is common sense, but the sense is not common, is what, you can have common sense, but sense ain't common. So I feel like she will fight for some common sense, gun reform, work to keep weapons out of the hands of those who shouldn't have them, keep them out of the hands keep weapons out of the hands that weapons shouldn't be in, and invest in mental health resources for our schools. You know what I'm saying? She knows that protecting our children is a priority. She knows protecting our children is what needs to get done on day one. And she will not accept school shootings as a status quo. She will not accept school shootings as a fact of life, if that's what we call it now. So JD Vance and Donald Trump, fact your life way around and sit down somewhere.
That's what I'm talking about.
Absolutely.
Because just like you were saying, Prince TJ, she Vice President Kamala Harris is for the people. She is. She is for us. And she knows exactly, 100% knows what she is dealing with and what she is talking about. Other than who just spits out lies after lies after lies. Like, are you guys tired? I'm tired. I've been tired of that. And he said, it came out his own mouth, y'all, that he wants to be a dictator on day one. You want that as your leader? Go ahead.
And another thing, the other turn is political. Donald Trump did confess to the whole January 6th. Y'all ain't heard that part. He confessed to it. He's like, I did it. I am aware. And he was like, oh, you can do that. I was like,
and he admitted it on live TV that he lost
live
TV, y'all.
That's why my eyes are glued. I know it's my birthday. Yes, I'm going to celebrate my birthday, but I'm celebrating it with Kamala.
That's right. Yeah.
Kamala got my birthday wish. beat drunk.
Absolutely. Yeah. So while
And after that, we're gonna watch Prince TJ.
no, mine is in the morning. Theirs is at night.
No, but I'm streaming it on VinTV Plus.
Oh, Mr. I'm streaming it, okay? But anyway, while Trump and Vance want us to, well, Trump and Vance want us to resign ourselves to living with fear, to living with chaos, to living with division. Vice President Harris is committed to ending the fear, ending the chaos, ending the division, ending the stupidity, ending the not common sense. Because I'm sorry, I'm not all the way on the left. I'm at the left, but I'm right there. You know, I will agree with. There's past times where I went back in history. I did my research. I agree with what some Republicans did. Just not Donald Trump. I don't see him as no Republican, and he's not one. That's why the vice president of 2000 and 2004, Dick Cheney, endorsed Harris. Liz Cheney endorsed Harris. And we're going to win this election. While they talk about stupidity, while they talk bull, can I say this? Hold on. While they talk bullshit, we're gonna go win this election.
I said it's fine. It's fine. I said to be blunt and honest. So.
She is working. Let me tell you, she's working with experts. She's working with advocates. She's working with the community. She's communicating with these people.
She with the Divine Nine. She with the Divine Nine. All 9 fraternities and sororities. Yeah.
Come on.
I ain't gonna hold you. My grandma, she SG Rose. She said she donated her money to Kamala. She was part of 8 million. I was like, yeah. It's good. I learned that. I was like, that's good.
Yeah.
Good. I ain't gonna hold you. Them frat boys, primarily them alphas and omegas. When Trump say something stupid to Kamala, best believe them Q dolls gonna come get you. They don't play by the making A's.
We are not playing about Kamala Harris. No, we are not. And Trump, you calling Kamala a bitch. We're gonna shove your ass in the ground.
I'm getting ready to say. If he be disrespectful to her on that night, best believe there's gonna be 100 people. You know that chess rapper song 100 in your lobby. I'm telling you, they're gonna be in your lobby.
I wish they could keep them in my song, because just in case he say something racist, just in case he say something sexist, they can have that on the mic. It can use that against us. But look, the point is, together we can demand change. Together we can demand that our leaders prioritize the safety of our children above all else. And we will stop. Well, we will not stop until every child can walk through their school doors without fear. This is our responsibility.
Absolutely.
We can make change. We cannot fail.
Change need to be made. My final thought is here. You need to make change. Change is needed in our community. We as a community, we can give book bags, back to school bashes. We can give information to parents on how to protect your child. We can fund these back to school bashes. We can get free haircuts and free book bags. We can do that, and the community can do something about this gun violence going on in schools. This violence in schools as a whole. It's a community effort. You ever heard of the thing? Kids are raised by a village. The community is a village. Your parents are a village. Everybody in your circle is a village. Let's work together as the union is a village to save our children.
Absolutely. F you, SCOTUS. Sorry.
Go ahead, y'all. Yeah, you guys are preaching right
Except
now.
for Ketanji
Seriously.
Brown Jackson. Sorry.
Them too.
Ketanji Brown Jackson.
Them too. Them too. Clarence, Tom, and them
Thomas.
too. I knew you primarily.
F all y'all except for Ketanji Brown Jackson.
That's right. Yes. Thank you, gentlemen.
Sotomayor.
Yeah.
This has been a wonderful conversation. I want to thank you, Bronier and Prince TJ, for joining this important discussion that seriously needs to be had and needs to continue on having, because like we said, change needs to happen, and it starts with us, you guys. It starts with us. We need to get up from our butts and do something about it. Okay. So
thank you for inviting us. Thank you so much for inviting us.
Absolutely.
Like this, they really do feel good.
Yeah. I got everything off my.
I know y'all got everything off your chest.
We about to go viral once again.
So you guys, thank you all so much for joining me. This has been a special edition of Damian Talks Education. School shootings in America, we won't change. And until next time, do your part, do what needs to be done, especially this election, because again, it falls on us. At the end of the day, it falls on us. So take care, everyone.